The Print off the Cuff, presented by IIFL Wealth and Asset Management, corporate partner AU Small Finance Bank, in alliance with Indraprastha Apollo Hospitals, airline partner SpiceJet.
Putin, I mean, you have to understand his mindset. And I think one of the things that a lot of Western pundits especially have gotten wrong, they try to do psychoanalysis of him and claim that he's irrational or that he's lost his marbles because of COVID isolation. That's not at all the case. I think he's a very rational, analytical, shrewd, and at times cold, but always very well prepared. Just because he doesn't seem rational from our perspective doesn't make him irrational. So basically what he wants is three things. He wants to create a great Russia, which is based on three things: one language, one religion, and one leader. And he'll do everything in his power to do that. He's looking at his legacy. He wants to see his place in history as the unifier of Russia. He wants to make, to use a Trumpian term, make Russia great again. And that means taking over both Belarus and then Ukraine. So he wants to be seen next to Stalin, next to Peter the Great or Ivan the Terrible. And of course, from his perspective, it's rational behavior. But the outcome, I would say, diplomatically hasn't gone exactly as he expected.
So you mentioned history and geography in this context, in Finland's context. But in Russia's context, shall I also say culture? Because Russians have never had a culture of democracy.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there are two aspects we have to think about here. One is the sort of cultural identity aspect, and the narrative of Russian history is very much of a country that's always isolated and that has been attacked from various directions throughout its history. Mongols, for example, a lot of the words about suffering and death and things like that are actually with Mongolian roots. It's also felt that it was, and rightly so, attacked by the Nazis during World War II. And now it feels like the West is trying to surround it or isolate it. And this is a narrative that they live with. So they have this feeling of we are alone and the rest of the world is out to get us. And with this comes also a Russian narrative that they have saved Europe. They saved Europe from Napoleon, and they saved Europe from Hitler. Now, I kind of disagree on the Hitler part, but I won't take issue with the Napoleon part. The bottom line here is that there is this narrative, strong national feeling as well.
The Print off the Cuff, presented by IIFL Wealth and Asset Management, corporate partner AU Small Finance Bank, in alliance with Indraprastha Apollo Hospitals, airline partner SpiceJet.